Shalom. Before we begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Racha Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well to this very day, that is continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. And also shalom to the hopeful elect that is also laboring his work in his labor of love, giving diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith, truth, and sincerity, and also in all charity. Now, topic of this video is going to be entitled "The Young Man and the Harlot," in which this goes into the parable in the book of Proverbs, the 7th chapter, starting at the 7th verse, which speaks about the young man that's void of understanding, that's walking the path, and in the middle of that path is a harlot that met him on the way and forced herself on him and compelled him to go into her chambers and to lay with her, in which that parable is indicative to America, which is known today as Babylon the Great. All right, because when the Bible speaks about Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon, all right, especially when you go into Revelation, the 17th chapter, where it speaks about Babylon being a mystery and the mother of harlots and abominations and filthiness of the earth, that's talking about America. Because America has spread its philosophies and its ideas and its way of living throughout the whole entire planet Earth. All right? So when it speaks about Babylon the Great, it's talking about America. All right? Because America, or should I say Babylon, the word Babylon goes back to the Hebrew word Babal, which means confusion. All right, and America is in like nature. It's nothing but confusion here. To the laws, to the morality of the people, it's nothing but just pure confusion. All right, and the people are in a confused state. Okay, because they don't know what's going on. Especially our people who they don't know. The majority of our people don't know their nationality. All right. So again, going back into the parable of the young man and the harlot, basically that man being overtaken by the harlot through lust, and that's what America does. America entices you by lust. You know, the glitz and the glamour, the fame, the so-called benefits of this wicked kingdom, which all this is set up for our downfall. All this is set up for us to forget about Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, and to forget about the ways of our forefathers, to forget about our nationality, all right, to forget about our true power, and forget about who's in rulership and our affliction. You know, to forget about the harsh hell that we went through, and to be contempt and accept our oppression. So this is what comes with accepting this harlot known as Babylon, which is known as America. All right. But once again, like I mentioned before, this is set up, or should I say, this place America is set up for our downfall, man. Why is that? Because this place is set up for our captivity. All right, it's for our captivity, it's for our punishment. So, and I asked a question, you know, a few days ago, is that, you know, why would you want to make your bed in a place of your oppression? Why you want to set up your establishment, you know, a place to call home, and be complacent and just live here for the rest of your life? Why would you want that? Why would you want to live a life of oppression and being made at the bottom of the barrel? that's a question I like to pose to any Israelite or anyone who's of the stock of Jacob, especially to the ones that's outside the circle. I like to ask this question to the ones that are actually outside of the circle and ask them, well, what's America? What benefit do you have from making your bed here with America? All right. And so again, going back to the topic of the video, this harlot, enticing our people, in which they're overcome by that, man. Which is through what? Lust. All right. Because that's the main objective of a harlot, is to entice you by her lust. Basically to entice you by the eyes. Something that looks, she basically have on her a certain attire that makes her look a certain way, to where you'll be enticed, and through your own lust, you'll go after her. Same thing with America. America is dressed a certain way, and it's dressed up a certain way to where it entices our people to where they'll go after America, go after the American way of life. All right. But that young man that's spoken about in that parable is known as being simple, and that's what happens, man. When you have a simple Israelite that doesn't know left from right, that doesn't know from righteousness from wickedness, gets caught up in Babylon, man. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bring out this precept along with others that I got set up here. So this book of Proverbs, the 7th chapter, and the 7th verse, it says, "And behold, among the simple ones I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding." Right, that's the majority of our people. They're void of understanding, right? And guess what? What precept backs up with this one? Hosea 4:6. It says, "For my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge." All right. And since they have a lack of knowledge, therefore they're overtaken by Babylon and they're destroyed. Okay. Verse 8 said, passing through the street, narrow corner, and he went the way to her house. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night, right? Because that was during the nighttime, which the nighttime is the height of America. All right. Which America, and America is priming itself for being active during the nightlife. All right. Case in point, the main city, one of the main cities of America is New York, in which New York is known as what? The city that never sleeps. Why? Because during the nighttime, you always have something that's going on. You have the nightlife. All right. And that's really the height of America. That's always the height of every American that lives here, is the nightlife. All right. What happened, the last night at the club, or, a night outing, you might go to a bar or something. Yeah, then they look at that as the height of their life, man. All right. So America, once again, America primes itself on nightlife. So that's why it says right here, it says, in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot, and subtile of heart, or subtle of heart. All right. Now it says, she is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house. And that's right, because America has her foot everywhere. All right. Everywhere you go, you always see American military base, no matter where you go. And not only that, but also you have establishments from America that's in these different nations. And also you have the philosophies and the American way of life that's also spread throughout the four corners of the earth to the other nations. The American influence. All right. So again, it says she is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house. Now she is without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. Right. No matter where you go, man, you always see something that is controlled by Edom, because Edom, which that's the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man, Edom has his hands on every piece of land that you see. So no matter where you go, you will always see something that's owned by Esau, something that Esau claims. All right. So again, it says, now she is without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows. See? And that's when Babylon gets you, man. All right. Now reading on. Slack it. It said, reading on at verse 15, it says, therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. All right, because with Babylon, man, Babylon seeks to get every single one involved, man. That's why when you come to Babylon, and that's why that vibration's been pushed out too about inclusiveness, bringing everybody together. All right. So again, it says, therefore I came forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. See? Now there's a precept that goes right along with that, man. All right. So Revelation chapter 11, verse 8, it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. See? So that's what it means by this place, this city, which is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, because Egypt, if you go into the word Egypt itself, is Montezar, all right, Montezarium, which means it means to be entrapped or enslaved, to be captured, to be taken under captivity. That is known as the house of bondage. All right. So this place is a place of our bondage, our captivity. All right. So again, if you go back to Proverbs 7 chapters, she said she had fine works or fine linen of Egypt, right? Which again, that represents our captivity. All right. Now, verse 17 says, I perfume my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love. See? And that's how America is. That's why America is known as the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, man. All right. The mother of harlotry. Oh, and also too, it says, let us solace ourselves. It says, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Right, because when the morning comes, that's when Yahushua gets back. All right. Because when the morning comes, that's when Yahushua gets back, and he's going to find our people, 2/3 of our people, in bed with Babylon, in bed with the harlot. All right. And in the same verse that where it speaks about that, it's talking about taking on the different doctrines, man. That's why our people are so messed up to this very day, because they took on all these different doctrines. All right. And they're overtaken by these doctrines until the time when Yahushua gets back. And guess what? They're going to end up being destroyed. All right. Verse 19 says, for the goodman is not at home. He is gone a long journey. He have taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. Right. And we're approaching the day appointed. All right. And that bag of money is talking about this truth, which if you go into the book of Matthew, where it speaks about he appointed his servants and he gave them a certain amount of talents, that's the money. That's the talents. Though that's the knowledge of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. He's distributed it to his servants. All right. And he said he will come on at a day appointed, right? Which is what is in the morning. Verse 21 says, with her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him, right? That's what America does, man. America, it forces you by the enticing of the lips. All right? Basically, those temptations that come by way of America's way of living. That's why David even made a statement concerning Edom, right? Where he says he was envious at the foolish when he saw the prosperity of the wicked. All right? In other words, thinking, how in the world, they able to have this and that. And even though David was ruling that day, so that was prophecy. So he said, look, how are they able to have this and that, and I'm with this right now. I'm stuck with this. That's being envious at the foolish. All right. Now, verse 22, it says, he goeth after her straightway as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks. Once again, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. See? Now it says, verse 23, it says, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life, right? And Babylon is for the life of our people. And Babylon is after the lives of our people, to destroy them. All right? And Jake doesn't even know that. Okay? I'm going to go from there. I'm going to get the book of Proverbs, 5th chapter. Start at the 3rd verse. It says, for the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. That's right, man. So the lips of a strange woman, with that strange woman represents another doctrine, drop as a honeycomb. So it sounds sweet in the ear. That's why 2/3 of our people are so drawn to these different doctrines, because it sounds good. All right. And it says, and our mouth is smoother than oil, right? And that's what our people want to listen to. They want to listen to smooth nothings, sweet, smooth words, full of lies, man. All right. They don't want to take the bitterness of the truth. They want to take the sweet sounds of the sweet sounds of lies, man, to make them feel better. All right. Verse 4 says, but her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Right, and that wormwood represents corruption. All right. Her end is corruption, and it's sharp as a two-edged sword. All right. And this place is being taken down by a two-edged sword spiritually, and it's going to be taken down by a two-edged sword physically when Yahushua returns. All right. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. Right. Which hell is a condition. All right. Now I want to go from there. I want to get the book of if this time permits me. It's like here. 1 second. All right, so I want to get the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter, for just 1 second. All right, it's Revelation, the 17th chapter, in the 5th verse. It says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Right, so she is known as the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, man. All right. Oh, and by the way, it's known as mystery. Okay. So this scripture, which speaks about Babylon the Great, is a mystery. All right. They don't know what the scripture mean by the harlot. All right. Or spoken about in Proverbs 7th chapter. It's talking about Babylon, man. All right. Because when it speaks about the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, this is the main place that you will find every and anything on the planet Earth to take on. All right. Even to the point to where you can even choose whatever gender you want to be. You can choose whatever gender you want to be. You can choose whatever sex that you want to be. You can choose whoever you want to go, whoever you want to marry. All right. And they push this philosophy and this idea on the children. All right. And start them off at an early age to adopt this American way of thinking. And this is why Yahweh Shai has to return to completely decimate this place and turn it into nothing but dust and smoke. All right. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it off on this on that point. And Lord's word is edifying to the body of Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, to the members of the Hope Elect. Until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh